Yeah.
That is so funny. We have like this super advanced Dark Elder tech, and we're refueling its oxygen by shuttling fucking super. What is this, a bucket brigade?
Like, you say super advanced Dark Eldar tech, and comparatively, it kind of is, but it also kind of isn't.
Mm-hmm. It's
Like, it half
Mm.
works off of magic, but shouldn't it fucking exist?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, the way I see it is like elder technology is 2 steps above humanity, and 5 steps to either the left or the right. It is so. It is so out of left field.
Like Eldar Dominion tech was literally just, it wasn't even tech, it was, I want this to work, so it does.
Mm-hmm.
Like worse than Orc tech. Like, because, like, Orc tech works because they want it to. Eldar tech works because they wanted the universe to make it work, and so it shifts itself to actually work following the laws of physics.
Mm.
The fabled Mary Sue technique.
The Mary
Yep.
Sue.
Oh yeah. Like, Kamora's like a inverted sphere. The city is on the sphere, and there's a star in the middle of it.
We do that move around the universe. We stay still, and the universe moves around us.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Good old Futurama.
Not heliocentric, not like you're Earth-centric, but me-centric universe. Mm.
Don't forget you're walking through the fountain of youth. Twist up your tachyons or whatever the fuck it is to reverse your aging. Yes, you are able to stabilize the ship's air. And as Thaddeus meets with the Dark Eldar, who also didn't want to die, which is why he helped,
Mm-hmm.
he simply says, and like, I'm sure you ask him to help navigate through.
Mm-hmm.
He says, "And what is in it for me?"
Survival.
Hughes blinks once,
I will
twice.
live longer than you.
Well, not in the webway alone. Still.
I mean, once you're
Unless
gone, I can simply use the ship myself.
I just give a small chuckle. I think you'd find it a little bit harder than you expect. Nevertheless, we are mercantile people. Rule. What do you want?
I already have most of what I want. Is getting away from the Nexus. It's a great place. I'd like you to take me with you. Spending a few decades with the Monkey should be interesting.
Zach is just like, I see the achievement right in front of me.
I mean, this is one.
I know Matt says it, but yes. Mhm.
I know.
No, I'm just saying to Zach. No. Processing character. Look, no, I just said the name again. Anyway. Mm-hmm.
What's that sound of Jace cocking his weapon?
Marius raises an eyebrow at this.
No.
So you'd be willing to work under my employ? Hmm? As a
If
special.
you give me things I want to do, sure. I reserve the right to not listen if it's something boring.
Hmm.
Just turn and scream at a refugee and his head goes pop.
The refugee asks a question, a second, his eyes turns towards their head pops, the rest of them shuffle back 2 steps. Mm. Well, I'm sure we can work out the specifics of our agreement. A little bit later, your recompensation degrees you're under. There will be no torturing of the crew.
Quick
No.
question. Quick question. What is
Mhm.
stopping him from, stabbing us in the back and taking the ship whilst we are away on a planet side mission?
Absolutely nothing.
I might like to add, Captain, that these fuckers definitely have a chronic backstabbing disorder, which I'm convinced is affecting them on the fucking genetic level.
If I can clear things up about that, that's part of the reason I left, is backstabbing just gets kind of old, don't you think?
Yeah, it's
Quite-
it,
It's
So you wish
not,
to?
it's not all that much fun anymore.
yeah. The novelty tends to wear off after the third fucking time in a row.
Third time for you, hundreds for me.
Yeah, I can start to see why you're not twisted bastards.
If nothing else, you on K's generally wear your thoughts on. I think the saying is wear your thoughts on your sleeve. You're very predictable.
I'm not sure that's a backhanded insult or a compliment.
Probably
A
an
bit of
insult.
both.
It's like it's just anger. Mm. Marius.
Just wait until the refugees spend heretical ideas among the crew with things such as socialism and unions.
Fucking kill them all.
Oh, you were approached by the Tau. How
Shit,
Oh,
engineer.
how unfortunate for them.
Shit, engineer's going on strike. Fuck.
Mhm. What do you mean? They're the only one who can pilot the ship and they're demanding better wages. What is this?
This is not true. I can get servitors to do run the ship as good as any other menial. They do not need to be aware to do their duty.
Oh god. Oh. Marius takes another look at the dark elder exactly. Well, no, there's still something you're not telling me. How do I say? My crew is right. Your kind does have a tendency to backstab, but more importantly, what exactly are you looking for in the lands of the monkey, as you so rudely call it? Hmm?
He just kind of chuckles as you imply that he's being rude, and just says, "Entertainment, something to do."
A distraction from the regular humdrum of court intrigue, backstabbing, torture, maiming, killing.
The entropy of the universe, yes.
Well,
Will you be willing to share Eldar technology with the simple Monkai?
What I can. I'm not much of a tech person myself.
Like a donut's enjoying the NY4N.
No, it's not that. I got sent a message from Zach about the current hydroponics situation.
Fucking rebellions again. Mm.
So Captain, the nobles in hydroponics have been overthrown, and apparently the serfs set up a peasant republic.
Someday you're going to tell me what the hell is going on in my tomato farm. Mm.
I don't fucking know.
I do not know what this tomato is, but
It's a fruit. Well, no, it's not. Actually, it's a vegetable. I don't think you'd know the difference. Anyway.
Surrounded by fucking vegetables.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not even sure if tomatoes are still in the 40k universe.
I mean, they're probably called something like a red fruit or something like that. Something dumb, and that's probably I
imagine they just add US to whatever the fucking name is, and now it's a tomatoes.
Tomatoes. Nice name, tomatoes.
Tomatium.
Potatoes. Oh. Malmarius says, well then. Well, I think I can understand that desire. Well then, you're hired as a specialist in the crew in the fleet of Marius train. As your first order of business. Let's get back to normal space.
Perhaps we should make sure that we seal all doors before we enter into real space.
Those are a lot of words that I don't understand, Zach.
Both in and out of character.
Yes.
Zach trying to sell him on like communist ideals. Well, I don't really know what that says, but I'm thinking as a yes.
Well, I don't know what this greater good is supposed to be, but
The peasants have set up an anarcho-syndicalist commune.
As I go back to my previous statement of what the fuck.
I'm just
According to what we
imagining.
talked about.
I'm just imagining Jace hearing this and going, "Come again? What kind of heresy is this?"
I thought we were a monarchy.
They elect a representative every 2 weeks.
Yes, that's where the anarchy comes from. I see. All right. So, having sent out the brute force approach of just slamming doors, I believe we've sealed off enough of the ship to maintain oxygen at a uncomfortably low. So, leading on you, of course, Zach. Leading on you, friend. What options do we have for where we exit?
So what you've given me, I can take you back to where you came out. There's a couple other places I could take you, but they aren't in the same sector. At least not one that we can bring a ship out in.
Raiding platforms.
Couple planets or moon side, but no larger gates that I know of.
That's unfortunate. The nearest Gala field replacement would be quite a while off. So just to be sure, there's really only the place we ship places we can't really go.
That I know of, yes.
Well, then it doesn't look like we have much of a choice, but
One was messy.
then again, I have a bad feeling that she who wanted this ship might just be waiting back to where we came from.
As far as I know, she was behind us. She was following. She would have caught up by now.
Maybe she died at her rockfall. Oh, that would be a fitting end. Very well. Take us back to where we came from. We'll have to hide the ship until we can get it repaired. But I think this is quite the...
Alright. And with that...
Oh, actually even better, ship graveyard.
Would you look at that? There's a ship graveyard in here. That was totally 100% planned.
Yeah, obviously. Alright. Exiting back into real space. Probably, I'm not sure if it feels more or less comfortable for him.
It feels... There is a sense of mutability in the other space. Not as awkward as being in the warp, but a sense that things could change if they needed to. Here in real space, there's just a sense of firmness. Physics is what physics is meant to be. Unless you get too close to the planet in this system.
Yeah, that thing goes to shit again.
Then it's a bit more into the warp. Oh, fuck no. And, I mean, this place specifically is a bit much given the ultraviolet light star, but...
Now, we have a couple of problems we need to solve as we start heading towards the ship graveyard. First and foremost, engineering on another ship, one guy with a... Secondly, even if this ship could go into... we wouldn't exit it alive. Due to,
just cut out, like...
Yeah, you are cutting out a little bit.
No, let me take it again. There's a couple of problems we need to solve right now. First and foremost, engineering is just one guy with an oversized wrench, right?
Hello.
Oversized spiky wrench.
Oh,
Yeah.
I do
like
not
we-
believe he looks at the strange alien tool. I think it's a wrench.
Yes. Secondly, even if we could get this thing through hyperspace, we wouldn't be exiting alive due to the lack of said Gela fields. We'll need to get those too. So we'll need to hide it somewhere. Take a look over the spaceship graveyard. And we're going to need to find some more likely some Emperor-mandated engines, shields, repairs, all the good stuff. But to do it, we'll need to get this out of here. So first and foremost, engines and Gela shields.
Shields? What's that? Imperial ships don't use shields.
True. They
No.
just fucking tank stuff through.
This is correct. Eldar ships do not travel the warp.
So as you get up to the ship graveyard, there's significant debris, and from what you're actually able to tell, there's actually a graveyard of two different battles, one significantly older than the other. The oldest battle, it appears it was a decisively Eldar defeat, and there is effectively ruined about 6 Eldar ships that are still intact enough to recognize them as ships. The second fleet, of which there's significantly more, and is, while old, newer than the Eldar fleet by a significant margin. The remnants of a system defense force, an Imperial system defense force.
Mm-hmm.
There is about 20 ships intact from that, but a significant higher degree of Imperial debris around it.
Mm-hmm. So we can either hide it in the less ships, but more fitting to the age, perhaps, or more ships, but so maybe sticks out with all the Imperial thing going on.
You could also just salvage the ships and try to repair the Eldar ship.
That's the problem with, we don't have enough engineering, I think. Mm-hmm.
You do have an entire battle bus with you.
Well, guess
Yeah, but
our tech priests are gonna work overtime.
Yeah, the problem is that the engineering crew on the battle bus died in the Geller field when we traveled here. Currently, as I
That's
said,
a good point. I forgot about that.
that's why I said.
Your engineering is one tech priest with an oversized spiky wrench, and another one that's shaking back and forth, muttering about the machine gun.
There's also a third guy, which is the one guy holding our engines together, which does not make an entire ship's engineering.
Oh yeah.
However, there is a rather convenient opportunity, considering there were a bunch of tech help matter.
You are cutting off again.
There's a number of tech priests that hired them for their help to investigate the Necron Tomb world.
Yes, and well, if we were to help them, perhaps they'd be willing to scratch our backs and get this thing up and running.
There is a slight issue with this.
Oh.
You'd have to bring the Untouchable back onto the battle bus. He does not want to be left on the Eldar ship alone.
How big is the range? Like, can we hide him somewhere near an engineering, far away from our buddies?
Yeah, he'd take a bunk in engineering.
I could require an assistant. Someone to hold all my spiky bits.
Just take a look at all the artifacts you stole off my
Looking him over, he seems older, but like a graceful aging, like he's still perfectly capable in all respects. But you also can't really tell how old he is. Like he seems older, but how old are you? Not sure.
Somewhere between old and hella old.
You just get a sense of old wisdom from him.
Well, as Mario said, here's this note to go. Turns and looks towards the Untouchable and goes, "Well then, my man, I'm going to need to know what in the world."
He turns his soulless gaze on you. He appears to be either staring into yours or even trying to pull it out with his eyes.
Yeah, Marius flinches, but holds his back steady.
What'd you ask? You cut out.
I said Marius flinches and holds his steady.
No, before I started talking.
Why am I cutting? Anyway, Marius looks at him. I'll need to know in a net. Perhaps where I can drop you off.
That was unfortunate timing.
You did it again.
Why am I cutting out? Let me try and fuck about with some settings. But basically, I asked what was he doing on an Elder world and where did he want to go?
Probably was abducted.
If he was abducted,
yes, I was indeed kidnapped, and I don't really have a home to go to anymore.
More crew, I suppose. Well.
Don't worry, give it about 100 years and Jace won't either.
Marius shakes his head. I don't suppose you'd be willing to work for us. You'd have to keep away from our psychos and the navigators. wouldn't leave much of room on the ship, but you'd be offered boards and lodging and pay as a crewmate of my ship.
What does pay mean?
You get paid. Stop complaining. Just because you throw it away because you don't know what it is, because you get more distracted by the knickknacks I give you, doesn't mean I don't pay you.
That is acceptable. What would you have me do for you?
Mostly, see if there's anything needed. We are currently a bit short on crew. Engineering might need your assistance. But more than anything else, is just to sit around in case we happen to need someone with your unique talents.
Acceptable.
Perhaps a position of in the armory could be.
What, like a quartermaster?
Perhaps, if a demonic incursion were to occur, they would most likely not enter the armory in that case, which would leave all the weapons open for us.
That's a good idea.
That could work, just provided the Psycho decides not to take up an uncanny interest in firearms.
So we now have we currently have an untouchable and a battle sister contingent, specialist crew, and are currently lacking entire engineering. That's the state of the ship crew right now. Also, about a third of the bridge crew, so we're running a bit low there as well.
I love how, as awkward as untouchables are, you can trust that they're not fucking corrupted.
That is true.
I just looked at Matt wrote in chat. That's so funny. Like he's like Saki's basically just enjoying bullying the refugees, but suddenly he just drops down screaming as the shuttle drops into the hangar. But yeah. So, could you take us back to the world map as we try and find a good place to hide the ship?
I thought I did.
We are on the sector map. Or the system map, I should say.
Yeah. You wanted to go to the sector map?
Yeah, the one out from this where we see the entire galaxy. No, the galaxy is much bigger.
I mean, to be fair, I think it's still our best choice to like leave the ship here. Like in the space graveyard. And besides, I mean, we can go for graveyard expeditions to do some scavenging grounds.
There is always an option that will get brought up to you by someone.
Okay.
And it may not be a great option. Tether the Eldar ship to your ship and pull it through the warp.
Yes, how do you guys feel like trying to clear out a bunch of evil chaos things from the ghosts in the ship?
I hope trust that the ghosts will fight off the warped fluids.
Oh my god.
I see there's nothing as nothing but a total win.
Or the ghosts get fucking corrupted.
And then we have like super ghosts.
Like I think it's like I don't see why it wouldn't be possible. Given how Imperial warp tech works.
Yeah, I feel like this is one of those Slaanesh party bus. Oh shit, guys! To start the fucking ship, we need to have an orgy in the control room. That's what's gonna fucking happen.
Like you come back to the ship and all the ghosts are just fucking like you come back out of the warp, all the ghosts are gone, and there's just a gift sitting there.
Well, I hope you're prepared to take one for the team, Captain. And by my team, I mean,
I'm sorry, but how do I say taking sword wounds is for you, Jay.
and by taking one for the team, I mean an entire train.
Wow. God damn it.
My thing is you brought all these Eldar souls for Slanesh, so Slanesh leaves a gift behind.
Mhm.
It might not be a gift you want, but it is a gift.
Yeah.
It's certainly a gift.
To start and fly the ship, you need to interact with this hole here.
Yeah. You stick something in this hole and it'll be fine. Don't worry about it.
Everything will be fine. Just stick something in this waist high hole.
That seems to be wiggling.
Okay,
Damn it.
back to the matter at hand. So I understand. So biggest problem is lack of manpower. So my answer is we can, unless Zach says that it's not possible, we can try do recruitment drive on the refugees. We took quite a few of them. And say that, and basically say that you don't work, you don't eat, and basically find people that are good with engineering and
You
stuff.
guys noticed that the I don't want to say Imperial Guard because they're technically not Imperial Guard, but your military wings already starting to process and conscript the refugees
Good.
and not caring if they have any skills unless it's holding a gun.
That is good. That is standard Imperial practice.
But if there's any engineers or scientists among them, they don't care.
And we should definitely try and aim for people that can also do smart things aside from hold a gun. That could be very useful.
Yes.
That's just not standard practice.
And
Yeah, it's not standard practice.
I would suggest, again, if we need resources, do some scavenging runs on the ships, both Eldar and Imperial.
It is going slowly because they seem to have put an Ogren as the clerk.
This is an issue.
And he is using human-sized stamps.
Ah, yes.
It's
The
hard
most
to aim.
qualified clerk in the entire ship is a fucking ogre. How far have we fallen?
That implies that we were ever up there to begin with.
You don't actually know where he came from because you guys didn't have any Ogren on it.
He just appeared.
One day when we needed him the most, an ogre with a stamp appeared.
I am
But
gonna have.
he is in fact wearing Administratum robes.
Wait a minute. Opens robe, reveals two Administratum humans on top of each other.
I am going to have Jace befriend the Ogren.
Yes. After 15 minutes, the ogre shakes his head. Sorry, only friend with smart people. As Jace walks away furious.
He hands Jace a 30-page requisition form to become friends.
Jace fails reading half the first page.
Oh god, it's not an Ogrin, it's a Vogon.
It's a Vogon.
Hey, Captain, need a favor. Dumps down the document. I need you to read this for me.
Reading through it is a requisition form to get the requisition forms needed to get the requisition forms to become a friend.
And that is press this, and you spell your name wrong, Jace.
Shit.
You have used your maiden name from your planet of birth instead of your.
What was your great grandfather's middle name?
Meat Shield 1.
Shield 1. A common name in the Imperial Guard.
Specifically Cadia.
I just find it interesting that the Imperium never really got into cloning except for Space Marines.
They call them Meat Shield 1 because every meat shield can only take one bullet.
Exactly. They're all called. It's like the commander just changed everyone's name to Meat Shield. He said it was easier to remember.
Ah, yes. It truly helped the morale when they changed all the guards' name to Meat Shield 1 through 300.
Not
No,
even that. No
there was
numbers.
a Meat Shield
Just
one.
Meat Shield. If he wants it
Mhm.
done, he just says, "Hey, Meat Shield, do that," and one of them will do it.
And Space Marine just runs in, just gets stuck in the wall or. Mm-hmm.
Well, he has to call him Meat Shield because assholes was already taken.
Mm-hmm. Deal quick.
See you later.
Bye.
Alright.
Bye, Cork.
So we have a couple of options here. We can take the ship with us through the war. Or we can try and hide the ship and try and recruit crew. We can either head back to Footfall, where we are guaranteed to be able to find people, though their loyalty may be questionable. Or we can try and assist the Mechanicus crew on their archaeological mission, and hoping that they'll be able to finish it in reasonable time, and then ask them for a favor in order to fix the ship. Considering they're already raiding Necron tombs, they will probably not. They will probably either be very happy about this, or at least be willing to ignore the whole heretical Eldar ship. Mm-hmm.
My vote is to help the Mechanicus.
Why is no one surprised?
Let me do this. Eldar party bus. 1. Beautiful. Yeah,
So it seems your big two options are 1, where to go, and 2, what to do with the ship.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and
It does seem so, yes.
And they aren't exactly mutually exclusive.
no. Yeah. Let me just do it this way. To hide it. Give me a second. And then A is where we go. Footfall or Mechanicus. There you go. I call it Eldar, but I really should call it Slaanesh Party Bus.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Is supremely bad idea.
Yeah, I know.
I'm also a fan of 2B.
I also remember that we have the paperwork mission on the orc work, but I think we still have like time on this.
We have plenty of time. Mm-hmm. Ah, yes. Nian pipes up just for a moment to suggest terrible things. Alright. Let's get
I'm just imagining NY4N just staring down and go, all these squares make a circle.
Actually, may I ask a question, Zach? Like, if we decided
Sure,
to do
but I need an answer.
okay, if we decided to do like some downtime, basically do some basic scavenging runs to basically repair what we can from the scavenge from the graveyard, would that be something that we would have to like do properly as a session adventure, or would that be something that we could deal with like background downtime wise?
We can deal with background downtime wise, but basically all you're gonna get from it is metal.
I do believe we do have some hull damage.
Yeah, like that there's nothing really functional left. You'll get metal.
Oh yeah, so we can staple metal parts together, try and cover the holes in the ship.
This is not an
Just
orc ship,
imagining
right?
us using different parts of metal to just staple a giant Aquila on the ship.
Guys, this is not an orc ship. We don't just bang random pieces of metal together and hope it works.
That is
I mean-
most of what the Mechanicus does.
It just works less than the orcs.
Especially on orc weaponry.
Orc weaponry, a tube on top of another tube, and it somehow shoots deadly weapon. No, I mean.
Well, you get a tube, and you take this thing that says rocket spelled on the side of it, and you put it in the tube and point it at the enemy, and they explode.
Mm-hmm.
You take the rocket out and put another rocket back in.
Mm-hmm.
Don't make sense.
Well, it looks like
Wait
we'll
till
be
you get
heading.
the Orc Worlds and I get to give you guys Orc loot.
Yes, you get this weapon that deals 2d10 plus 20 damage. It is now a rock on top of a stick. Mm.
You loot the gun. Like, for whatever reason, this Orc has decided to put hundreds of triggers on his gun. And
All the
whenever he
triggers
pull-
does a random effect.
There's one barrel, but whenever you pull a trigger, it fires a bullet.
Mhm.
They're all triggers from different weapons.
The triggers all manually have to be reset back into position.
Exactly.
This is a
all,
test.
all the triggers shoot a different caliber.
Yeah.
This is a test of your button mashing skills to see how many triggers you can pull, how many bullets you can shoot.
I mean, you can get proper beauty sleep on the ship.
All of a sudden,
As
one
long
of
as
them
you're
is a
immediately
plasma,
untouchable.
one of them is a las, one of them is a void lance.
Mm-hmm.
The other is somehow
Carbine.
the other is somehow a mega cannon.
Mm-hmm.
One of them, despite there being one barrel, is a storm bolter.
One of them is a BB gun.
One of them shoots a squirt of water.
Every time you get to roll a dice and see where it takes you. Aren't this exciting?
And I want a weapon.
Just make a D100 table of what got fired.
One of them's a Vulcan cannon somehow.
Hold on, I'm gonna ask ChatGPT if it can make this a gun.
Uh-huh. Alright, I guess we're
One
still
of
looking
one
for
of them
football
shoots
or...
healing
I
needles.
voted
Mm-hmm.
already.
Okay.
So
that's
it
what I
seems
think.
that
Hmm?
A
Yeah.
is currently in the lead,
Yep.
and I think you guys are tied or close to tied on 1 and 2.
Mm-hmm. No. One, how do I say? It's only one person who wants to do it. B, there's only one person who wants to do it. So while Marius could override people, that would be kind of a dick move after I set up a poll. It looks like we're hitting the footfall. Mm-hmm.
Democracy or riot.
Beautiful fall. Do you do anything to the Eldar ship besides just leave it?
The plan was to hide it, like to make it look like just any other ship, to make sure that nobody finds it. Essentially, since we're here as well, I'd also have the crew scour the ship to make sure there's no Eldar hiding around willing to steal our ship. Hmm. Hmm.
Fucking Eldar.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
While the crew reports that they didn't find any Eldar, they do report that they lost just under half the crew searching the ship.
Okay.
Ah,
To what? Just ghosts? Hmm.
They're not entirely sure.
Mm-hmm.
For the most part, like you send 100 people in and 55 come back.
Mm-hmm.
that's worrying.
That's the
But they have
fucking-
the reports of all 100.
Hmm. Does the the crew counter
But
on the
like the guy in charge is like really confused and standing in front of you, holding 100 reports and like waving his arm at 55 people standing in the hangar.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's like if we were on Leon, I'd say they deserted, but we're not.
Hell. Did the ship eat them or something? What's going on here?
Part of the
Mhm.
ship, part of the crew. And what?
Hmm. If I take a look at the ghost crew monitor, has it gone up by like 50? Mm.
Roughly, and you also see parts of the ship are repaired.
I know.
Some of the doors are working.
Well, good news, Captain. We found the most quickest way how to fuel and repair this shit.
I think it's just gives Sakis just this most like annoyed deadpan look I have seen. Just like, yes, of course. No. Still, I'm sure Footfall has some prisoners of the kind. I'm sure we could use some of them.
We want to buy some prisoners. Wait, what?
Sacrifice for a right cause, the honored long tradition of the Imperium.
Mattias goes to the slavers. Hey, I want to buy some slaves. Preferably ones that were criminals.
The morals of the fucking Imperium. Depersonalization of CP, also known as the reddest of red shirts.
Yep.
So I need people that no one cares about.
Well,
do any of you have like a disguise roll?
Disguise
If
roll.
not, I'll allow either like a tactics or a logic or something.
I will take Tactica Imperialis.
I have a +10 on it. I'm looking at if there's anything that would make sense here.
Have a
In the
+10 on
sense of like skill rolls to hide a ship.
Okay, well, so Tactica Imperialis +10 because of your thing, Julius. I'm gonna reroll that. Haha!
Hey!
Nice.
Like you like kind of position it and like get it like in like a rotation based off of like some of its damage and stuff, and you think it looks pretty well. I wouldn't say hidden, but made to look as if it were part of the debris field.
Part of the ship, part of the crew.
Right, I posted it on the Warhammer chat.
Yep.
Oh god.
Oh no.
It's actually hilarious.
Give me a moment. Let's see, new chat. Anyway.
I'm just gonna download this.
System.
I might use this later. Let's see, there's 4. So there's 40 of them, okay.
Probably you can set rollable table and macro. Although I'm not quite sure how to do that on Roll20. On Foundry it's alright, but...
I mean, I know, like, I've seen it done on Roll20, and I'm sure I could piece together enough to figure it out.
Oh yeah. That you can even do, I haven't really used it, but there's like a card drawing thing that you draw a card and you can put stuff to it. I've never used it though. Let's see, I'm gonna see if we can find some joke as well, or jokes to add to Simon's list. Anyway. So
we need that, and we'd also need to, like, get the damage for the round stuff, so it'd take some work to get it working, but...
Yeah, for sure. But it would be a
I
weird
love how one of them is like, it just randomly fires a squig.
Hold on. Can you add some more silly things that can be shot?
Let's see. This round fired a tiny, terrified girl. Wait a moment.
Wait,
I haven't really read through this. Oh god, this is
no, here we go.
Way poor formatted.
Nice.
Oh boy.
And disoriented.
Holographic projection of a fully armed orc bomb, complete with the loud sounds of shooters and roars. You just hear, "Whoa!" That would be better or worse if it copies the user for the illusion. So you just see like Jace yelling, "Whoa!"
A rain of shiny orc teeth.
Rubber
Imagine
chicken.
the miniature orc weagle is fired.
Disco ball grenade.
That feels like from Ratchet and Clank.
Drives in unpredictable patterns, hawking wildly. It might run over an enemy's foot or just cause general chaos before running out of fuel.
ChatGPT is really good at these lists. But yeah.
Talking squig round. This round fires a squig that's somehow been taught to loudly yell orcish insults and jeers and won't shut up till someone finally quiets it.
Why does that fit so well a 40k me?
Just tone shift and just play a fucking orc freebooter campaign.
We're sent to recover a legendary artifact, which is just this fucking gun.
No. This gun's just silent. The legendary artifact is a stick.
It's a damn big stick. You feel like a king holding it.
Yes. It's a magical stick. A stick for rulers.
Of course it's big.
Just allow everyone to like roll willpower to make a thing happen.
Yes, guys, if you believe enough in the power of friendship, you can escape this.
Oh god, that reminds me of the ruler SCP.
Friendship is magic. Magic is heresy.
And if it's too much, heavy roll charm against the other players, and if the other players roll willpower if you succeed. And if they can believe it too, then it works.
How long does it take to get to? How long does it take to hide the ship?
Probably a couple. I mean, the large part would be. Actually, the quick part would be doing the math, and probably like take a day.
Okay, cool. That is going to be basically my willpower
then,
for the most part.
I will have you guys roll me 3D100 and tell me the numbers. One of you.
300. 64, 37, and 11. It might be horrible things happening, it might not be. They're fairly low.
You jump into the warp. And
Oh no.
Oh no.
as you wake up the next day, you're in footfall.
Hey!
And you feel well rested. Like you've
Hey.
had a 6-month vacation, you could say. You don't remember it, but that content feeling of, yes, I have relaxed.
Very relaxed.
It almost feels off how content you feel, but it's good. It's all right. You don't care all that much. Everything's fine.
This is getting weird.
Everything is fine. Jace, all of your willpower damage is gone. Everything's fine. All of your wounds are full. Everything is fine.
I'm immediately suspicious.
As we look out over the grand fields of football, everything is just fine. It looks even better than normal. It's like we can almost believe that football is just a space station and not the den of scum and villainy that it really is.
It's almost welcoming.
I mean, true, but anything would be better than a fucking...
But that would be too much of a feeling for it to be welcoming. It seems simply content.
Well, let us contently head down to football and try to get a recruiting drive going to replace
And,
our dead crew.
I will say that is where we'll call it,
Sure.
because in addition to footfall, you guys have acquisition.
Yeah.
Haha!
I will also allow you to, because of your Eldar ship, to acquisition Dark Eldar things.
Hey,
Ooh.
Were a couple of things. Let me look at the list.
So
They will be 1 degree harder than normal because limited supply in the armory, until you can get Dark Eldar that are making things.
Yep.
So I will have 2 questions regarding acquisitions.
Sure.
One, I take it is possible to acquisition human resources.
Yes. Basically, you would be getting it from footfall.
Right.
Like
So I would suggest
yes,
that.
we are not technically landing yet, but it's close enough.
Yes, I would like to suggest that. I mean, psychiatrists will be wasting their requisition roll on like manpower. Initial idea was for astropaths, but I'm pretty sure we need like something else.
I am going to try and get a hold of some equipment.
Is there any information about what costs recruit people?
I looked at it and like there are no examples like the type of rarity for human resources.
It's the essential components of a ship, maybe. But yeah, it's probably nothing that I could see.
Alright.
How have I lost?
Ah,
Where is the fucking equipment list all of a sudden? How have I lost it? There it is. Now, is the weapon that I'm looking for in this book, or is it in the other book? And why is this book taking so long to fucking load? Jesus.
You know, I don't see any directing. Maybe on some of the other books. Let's take a look.
Okay, it is not in this book. It is in, I think, Into the Storm. It is. I'm looking for that fucking forearm power blade. If I can at all remember where it is.
Yeah. Also, I think we should probably decide on what we're doing next session as well. Since I presume we have a bit of downtime, recruiting through and fixing the ship, right, Zach? Then we need to figure out what we do next. If after we fix the ship back at Cobalt, we head straight into the Orc territory and try and with our new fancy ship, try and fix that problem. Well, I mean, it's orcs is always a problem, but the whole, stealing papers from orcs, the strange thing you do.
You get there and the orcs have turned the papers into a throne and there's just a big boss sitting on it.
Yes, he holds a quill, saying to us that the quill is mightier than the swords. Somehow we believe him.
Like, the quill's mightier than the pen is mightier than the sword. And he gets into a sword fight with Jace and starts winning while holding the pen.
And yes, he's just like, alright, for this fight, you use your intelligence instead of your weapon skill. Jace drops down to his knee. No!
Fuck!
Also, I may have given Zach a list of AD 100 list of strange and silly warp travel events.
600 experience. Let's see. 9-3.
okay, I think I'm gonna go. Like
Thanks
on
for
one,
playing.
On one, no, I'm not gonna go with like acquisition check. I think
Mm-hmm.
normally I would go for Astropath Choir, but I will basically be fine with like if Captain gives like orders like for whom we have to look specifically.
Yeah. I mean, sorry. What exactly are you asking right now? Mm-hmm.
Like, do you want me to like use my acquisition check to like look for like I don't know engineers or something?
I'll be doing the engineer, so hopefully I can succeed on that. So if you want to do something else, that's fine. Though, yeah. Do you want me to make an acquisition check for the engineers, Zach, or do we get them? That's the question. Hmm?
If you want to get them, you can. If you want to use an acquisition on them, you will get better things.
Mm-hmm. Considering we're gonna have to fix up a ship, I'll use the acquisition on that, and hopefully that'll work out. Mm-hmm.
Just kind of the general, like, I'll keep in mind that you actually like acquisitioned engineers and not just say we got some.
Yeah, Marius is very invested in this, in getting this ship working. Mm-hmm. I'll try and roll a commerce roll. Spend a fate point.
Like,
That's a +2.
you got what is equivalent of maybe less than a bunch of monkeys in a barrel with a wrench, a single wrench between them. With acquisition, you got the graduating class of MIT.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, you said we got the monkeys with the wrenches?
No, that's
With
the...
a single
Oh.
wrench.
Alright. Okay. So, yeah.
To be fair, I
Mhm.
forgot what the race's name, but there are a bunch of Xeno monkeys that basically are like the best engineers in the Imperium.
I mean, isn't it the Ratlings?
No, not the Ratlings.
I thought the Ratlings were like monkey people. Or no, wait, no, they were just halflings. That's right.
Hold on, let me.
No difference.
I like how there's like a bunch of fucking mutants in the Imperium, and they're just like, yeah, they're humans.
Oh, the Jokero. That's where.
Right. It's like, yeah, like
head off an hour.
these Xenos and mutants. Oh, they're just humans.
Or
They just look a bit different.
Later than not.
Why do they all look the same? Like, they're just strangely mutated in the same way, you know? Mm-hmm.
It's like they're not mutants. They're humans. Third eye, giant fucking ogre-looking dude, half the size, looks like a monkey. Depending on who you are, looks like a fucking wolf man.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, if you want me to roll an acquisition, I will. If you're just okay with me just spending it, I'll just write down a moderately skilled crew.
Like,
Mm-hmm.
like effectively,
Mm-hmm.
if you just say you get engineers,
Mm-hmm.
you get engineers for your ship. If you acquisition engineers, you get good engineers for your ship, and likely enough for the second ship.
That's the thing, yeah. Like, do you want me to roll the acquisition then?
Like, it is
If
up
you
to
want
you.
to get a better thing. So I would...
If you want generic engineer,
And no, the reason why I'm asking is acquisition because, you know, there's all these modifiers on it, right? How rare do you want me to put them at?
Oh.
Mhm.
It's the common, the +0 one, because you get the modifiers for numbers.
Mhm. Yes. This is major 500 to 1,000 or 2,000
Actually,
to 500?
What's the modifier for a good weapon compared to
No.
common?
Modify for what?
Like you like the good, better, best stuff for weapons. You can apply those modifiers to it as well.
Good is -10.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want good ones, you can do -10. If you want the best ones, you can do -40 or whatever.
Yeah, I'm just asking. Availability 0, scars, not that easy to find, but reasonable find. And then there's how many? Is it 500 to 1,000 or 2,000 to 500? I don't think we need 10,000 engineers. Mm-hmm.
Just crew the entire ship with engineers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, what do you? How many engineers do you think we need? 500 to 1,000 or 2,000 to 500?
I'll leave it up to you.
I don't know how many ship needs. That's the question.
Alright, so what were the numbers?
Major is 500 to 1,000. Significant is 2,000 to 5,000.
I'd say probably major.
Mm-hmm. Sure. About 500 engineers per troop. Makes sense. They and then will be good. Modifiers are fairly low, so let's see how this goes. Oh god. Why?
I did not mean to do that as that. You failed the acquisition, 4.7.
You can
the
spend
moment I'm
fate
just
points.
getting 8.7 minus 5, so 30. I need a 30 or better, so let me try and do a reroll on that. It's fairly low, but I'm trying at least. Scars. Major and good. Not the best, but decent enough. Dum, dum, dum.
There you go.
I got exactly what I needed.
Hey, well
Your
done.
763 engineers report for duty.
Exactly.
Yeah, I should have done square brackets for that.
Yeah, or like
I
Yes,
forgot that it rolls every single one like that.
it's great. I mean, you could have done like 500 plus 1d 500, but they love the fucking 1d to 500 of them in a row.
Apart from engineers, do we have like any more pressing things acquisition-wise for like crew or stuff?
Yellow fields.
Yeah, Yeller builds is the big one.
Okay.
I'd say you'll need 4.
Okay, Geralt fields are like what availability, like very rare, extremely rare.
I'll put it at very.
Okay, very rare.
That's the usual thing people want to sell. So
Alright. For size, do I put like squad 3 to 5?
3 to 5 trivial, yeah.
Alright. And I guess common quality we want, or
I mean, you get a bonus for going 4.
I'll try and do a commerce check to see if I can help out with this thing. Nice. That's plus, I think, 6 or 7, but we should at least get common.
okay. So I try to roll with common modifier. We'll spend a fate point on that. And actually, out of curiosity, let's see if Singe will smile upon me. Yeah.
Oh no, not the Warfield! No! Not the Warfield!
Okay, so what were the modifiers? Very rare.
Just let's see what the roll is
Yes,
first.
yes,
then I'll
I know.
describe something.
Exact
suggested.
inverse.
As you're going about the shopping, you're like, man, I wonder where these Geller fields are. Do you just feel a pressure on the side of your face, almost like pushing it to face a certain direction? And as you turn and look, you see hidden in the corner of a basically a used ship parts.
Boris, it says spare parts.
Yeah, you see 4 Geller fields in decently good condition, sitting there.
It's
For
a
a reasonable
Gellerfield
price.
with 1 L.
I just how nice. And then I
You feel what is likely meant to be a comforting pat on the head, and then the presence fades away.
yes.
And you feel
Captain,
content.
Captain, I have an excellent news for you. We have Geller fields.
Alright.
And
You
basically,
Right.
feel very content upon receiving this news.
Let me write it down in misfortunes, Geller fields.
like if this was anime, like there was like a shot, and in the background, half of Shadow of Sakispis is in pink, or sorry, purple. The other one is in blue.
Oh no. Geller fields acquired by the grace of Tzinch. Mm.
It's like, oh, the poor fools want some Geller fields. They think that'll keep them safe. Here you go.
63.
Yes, all according to plan.
You don't even have an idea.
All according to cake.
To be fair,
I like how I decided to do these like Zinch references whenever you roll a 9 since it's Zinch's number.
yeah.
That's
Like-
great.
Like that's like I know that's not what it says, but that just screams, yeah, it's Zinch giving you your luck back.
Especially considering what I decided on, so yeah.
Like it's the kind of thing like if you don't roll a 9, then yeah, it's just your luck or faith in the Emperor or whatever the hell else. If you do roll that 9, no, it's some outside help.
Yep. It's great.
Especially, it's gonna be ironic when I take Hemgeld. Which makes
God.
which makes Sagismus immune to basically mundane seduction.
Well, not
And
just that, but
What's that between your legs? The only thing between my legs is the faith in my emperor.
So you know what Chemgel does to make you immune to that kind of stuff, right?
I read some fluff stuff and I know I basically get insanity point.
I mean, it's basically chemically induced lobotomy.
No, it's not quite lobotomy. Lobotomy is way worse, but castration, chemically induced castration, I suppose, makes sense. Though, admittedly, the perk itself says, like, okay, maybe it's just willpower, you know, to give people who want it a way out.
To be fair, yeah, this is something I'm pretty sure I still will consider, but I'm alright with considering I mostly try to keep with gender neutral pronouns when I was role playing Sakispis.
Okay. So yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go as well. So thanks for playing.
Yeah.
Thanks for playing us. Hope you have a good one.
Also gonna bounce. These sessions are freaking insane.
Yeah, it's
I
really good.
got
Vibe.
lunch in 3 minutes, so
3 whole minutes.
Huzzah!
Mhm.
Later.